Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody out there. Let's have some fun. Let's play My Way. I like that. Isn't that fun? If we play My Way today, we're going to talk about CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Can you imagine? Everyone should be a Chief Financial Officer for their personal life and their corporate life. You see, if I'm going to be a CFO, all right, here's over $1 million of credit. Okay? Each card has a value of over $100,000 paid over time limit. What does that mean for you? If you finance the dream, you can finance the goal. So if we look at structure, finance, and the dream, I've always broken it down as structure, finance, dream. All right, simple. See, I like to make things as simple as they can be. If I'm going to say I want to give you a corporate millionaire, hey boss, hey boss man, how you doing? Well, good morning, all of you. Here we got Carl Jones, fantastic. Carl, let's see if I want to get you $1 million of credit. Now, this is what we get to do to play the game, okay? We're going to play to win. See, let's focus on basically being a CFO. A Chief Financial Officer, CFO, that's personal life, that's corporate life, and even division life. So if we do this correctly, okay, here's birth, something or other. Good morning, Ray. Good morning back to you too. It scrolls pretty fast in front of me. So what do we get to do? Here's $1 million. What does this really mean? Let's focus, okay? If we focus on American Express cards, which a lot of silly people do all the time about points and all a bunch of crap, they never talk about the rules and the tools because I don't think they really know. Here's $1 million. What would you do with it? What would you do as a CFO of your personal life and your corporate life and basically your division life? See, there's three choices. It's up to $1 million. All right, sorry. Most of you kind of piss it away because you don't know how to take care of credit and money yet. You will when I'm done with you. You'll master it. So here's a $100,000 card, each one of these. Each one of these cards has a paid over time limit of $100,000. 100,000. Good morning, Cole. How you doing today? So if I daisy chain the credit from basically my personal cards, which don't fluctuate, as we do this as well, very simple what happens, corporation and division process. I can multiply each card up to 99 cards, but that's ridiculous. When American Express offers you 99 cards, I'd say no. If they say, yeah, 9, I'd say yes. See, it makes sense. If these are 100,000 paid over time limit, they don't fluctuate, you're gonna learn that as well, then I just get 9 sisters. If I get 9 sisters, I now have what? $1 million of credit. All right, my other comment got blocked. Sorry, I don't know what that meant, so. Anyway, I'm not blocking anything yet. I don't need black turds to give me a bad time. So Cole, I like you. You've been back and forth for about 4 weeks. So what do we do? All right, so let's focus. Okay, Cole is a CFO. He's a Chief Financial Officer for his personal life. That's first goal. We put the credit on track to 750 plus. Okay, there's the goal. Next, we look at an LLC, an LLP. All right, maybe it's a C Corp or S Corp or nonprofit or PC. There are 6 categories that the Supreme Court said is a legal person. A legal person. So if I get these from my personal life and I get 9 sisters or the parent company, I now have $1 million of credit. So now I'm CFO 3 times. For myself, the corporation, and the division process. A CFO is a Chief Financial Officer. So if we want to get $1 million of credits, all we have to do is listen, learn, and lay it out. You can start this when you have a 649, by the way, even with the collections crap credit, even crap credit. Isn't that terrible? So you could have one of these cards fluctuate up to $1 million, and about 100,000 are usually the limit, and unlimited to $1 million, and they don't fluctuate. So if we're going to be a CFO, foundation, build structure, build stream. Dream, structure, foundation. So if we do this correctly, we could have one card, get 9 sisters. Each one has the same limit because it's called a division process. It's called daisy chaining. So if we daisy chain, what happens is very simple. You get to create up to $1 million. But my first question to all of you would be, what would you do with the $1 million of credit? What would you do with $1 million of credit? All right, make sure you like the live and share it. If best way to start your day out. Okay, fantastic, cool. Well, you share the live. I'm going to give you all kinds of goodies for free. Why not? So I'll understand. I got the nickname of the Godfather credit on KNX Radio years ago because I built $60 billion of credit for my clients and myself over the last 50 years. So if we do that, now let's understand. Let's say we take Chase today. Chase has 6 ink cards. Each ink card is about $50,000 paid at $50,000 period. Chase, I pick on it because I love it because there's no interest rate up to 22 months. 22 months. Personal cards the same way. So if I take $350,000, all right, for the corporation in each division, I build more credit. There are 10 cards to look at. That's all there is 10 cards. The rest are suck. Sorry. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. I think most of them suck. Now, if I get the Sapphire or basically Freedom for personal, there's no credit up to, all right, limit up to $10,000 or $20,000, and there's no interest up to 22 months. Sometimes my brain works too fast. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. You'll find that I rhyme all the time. I have total recall on those things. And I write basically both hands at the same time, and I rhyme all the time. Sorry, but that's just been me. As a kid, they said I was dumb. Then they tested me, found my IQ's off the freaking chart. So, what would Carla do, okay, right now, with $300,000 of credit for the corporation per division? And what would she do if she had Sapphire and Freedom and they had $20,000 limits each with no interest rate for 22 months? See, there's the difference. So encourage the viewers, share the live, share the live, share the live. Tap the screen. Let's see if I give myself a heart today. No, it didn't work. Sometimes I give myself a heart. It's good. I love it. You see, I like me. Even though when I was a kid using abuse by grown-ups, I don't like the grown-ups. So it's just simple. I don't like people in most cases, unless I'm teaching and preaching. So here's Daniela, okay, fantastic, or Danielle. Okay, what would we do if we had, again, let's understand, Sapphire, Freedom, each card with $20,000, no interest rate up to 22 months. And then we look at the corporation getting $350, and each division doing the same thing. So if I'm gonna be a CFO, a Chief Financial Officer, my goal should be, all right, to finance the dream. If I structure, okay, and I build what? Structure, finance, and dream, I can win the game. Winning the game of business is what I want you to focus on today. Winning the game of business. Let's focus on that. Let's understand today, you have the ability to change your life if you want to. If you want to. Sometimes people don't want to. That's okay. It's up to them. So what do? Today, we want to share the live and do all kinds of things with people. The goal is like today. This will be your future after I repackage you. Take a picture. This is Ray Reynolds, auto income, up to $100,000 a month. You could actually do this within a year's time, but you'd have to listen and learn. Now, when you tap the screen today, let's understand a couple things. Okay, and you share the live, I'm going to give you some free products and services just because I want to. Just because it's fun. If we play the game to win. Again, what I'd like you to do is focus on your kids today. Let's understand on kids. When you share the live today, you're going to get a book downloaded to, if you want to download in the link tree. Okay, so Starting Out Right for the kids. I wrote Starting Out Right dedicated to Harold Stokes, my mentor, my professor, my attorney and friend. He passed away a couple years ago. Harold wanted me to change the world because of the way I think and process information. Okay, so this is the book you need for your kids in high school and college. And when you download it, please read the damn book. You're missing pieces. It'll help you with your pieces. It'll help you structure the right way. Is that okay if we structure the right way? I'm sorry, I think most people do it the wrong way. I tend to tell people, most people, they do it wrong when they suck, when they do want the information, but that's just me. I don't want you to screw this up. Now, if you have bad credit, download Winning the Game or Winning the Credit Game. It's free. If you do it on, you buy it out in the market, it's about $50. When you look at it, you'll find more about me. 21 cars in a car collection. I don't need 21 cars. Is that good? 21 cars. All right, blackjack. They're Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Zinzas, Mercedes, goodies. See, I love goodies. See, I don't like the fact that I was used and abused as a kid. It pissed me off. I focused and I studied again and again. I read about 15 books a week. So if we look at structure today, structure is the dream. And that's the ultimate goal you have for yourself. Structure is the dream. All right, and what do? We build the finance. Finance is something you have to realize most of you are stealing the money from your friends and family. I tell you to please knock that off. I'd like you to learn things today. I'd like you to have a tablet and pen. I'd like you to tap, again, the screen again. Share the live. What you're going to find out is this afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to go live for an hour and a half. I would like you to basically focus on that hour and a half, because what happens is very simple. I'm going to give you an example how to create your own blueprint. Then I'm going to basically offer to do it for you as well, but it's going to be up to you. You have a choice today. The choice is win the game of business. See, every one of you entitled to about $100,000 a month to your corporation and division process. But it's up to you. You're entitled to this, and that's what your focus should be. Every one of you should get a paycheck that you can offset by your house payment. And I'll teach you that as well. We have choices today, but it's always going to be up to you. So I'd like you to write down CFO, Chief Financial Officer, for personal life, corporate life, and what you're trying to do today. So let's focus what we can actually do and have some fun. I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. Godfather Credit. Got that nickname on KNX Radio. All right, in the last 50 years, I've been on radio and TV for 50 years. Now understand, I'm online twice a day, Monday through Friday, and 6 times on Saturday. Got it so far? I've been in person or online for literally, 50 years. Not online, but in person, and broadcast everything else for 50 years. I'm one of the original oldest coaches out there. I used to coach a lot of the people from Carlton Sheets, Dave Delgado, and Russ Dalby. I coached the coach's coach. So that was just me. Now, I decided to try TikTok 12 weeks ago. 12 weeks ago, I went on TikTok to see if I like it. I'm a guy that writes checks for millions of dollars for radio and TV. That's all I've done for years. In 12 weeks, I got about 37,000 followers, which is good. I have 50 million people in my database that I'm going to turn on to TikTok if I decide to stay on TikTok. I just want to see how it would work for me. I want to see if I like it. Well, 20% I don't like at all. I don't like it at all, okay? I don't like it at all. I'm going to say it again and again. I do not like it at all. I watch all these circus clowns out there giving bad information, okay? And that's not good. I don't like bad information. So let's think today. If you listen to me about personal credit and the sticky, and it all fluctuates, we're going to get these cards here that don't fluctuate. We're going to teach you rules and tools, and then we're going to talk about checkbook money and blueprint money. If I take the American Express card, and I basically set up the paid over time limit, it makes it revolving, and this is what they're not teaching you. This card also helps you get a blueprint loan up to basically $250,000. Okay, you related on Ryan Reynolds because your last name, well, every time you basically Google Ray Reynolds, you get my brother. Every time you get Ryan Reynolds, you get me, okay? So basically that's it. So we get to have some fun, okay? We get mad at each other all the time because we don't want to be Google each other. All right, that's just simple. So if we listen very carefully, okay, you can be a CFO for you, okay, person you have to. Your entity, which is a corporation, and I say it that way because all these ding-dongs, you need LLCs, you need 5 of these, you need to be a howdy-doody. I've never watched someone that's dumb in my life out there, to be honest with you. An LLC, write it down, there are 9 types, what do you got? Okay? An LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit PC. Supreme Court deemed, a long time ago, that one of these entities is a legal person. If it's a legal person, why they set it up is like the SS4. That's to receive money, you don't pay tax till you're profitable. If I got you these cards personally, when you have a 649 score and above, would that be okay? The paid overtime limit's like $100,000, is that all right? Now, if we take each one of these cards, we want to get 9 more for the corporation. Let's understand, right here, it's very simple. If I take an American Express for the parent company, that gold or platinum, I get to get 9 sisters. So let's write down 9 sisters for divisions. Share the life, share the life. Okay, what happens? Each division would have $100,000 paid overtime limit. That is $1 million. What would you do with $1 million? Okay, Angel, all right, what would you do with $1 million? Okay, see, the reality is if you had money today, I'm sorry, I think you'd piss it away. See, money is basically something you should be leveraging, but people talk about it, and you got to talk about it the right way. Simple. What I basically showed Warren Buffett 39 years ago, and he goes, that's amazing. Okay, so if you share the life, you get to follow me. Guess what? Join my fan club too. Click the link, hit it 1,000 times. I'm trying to get to 40,000 followers between now and tomorrow. I'll probably hit that too. So understand, If I get a American Express, Gold, or Platinum, paid overtime limit, times 9 divisions, that gives me 1 million of credit. I'm a CFO personally, all right, corporation, division process. So 3 types of CFO, let's write it down today. A chief financial officer for personal life have to be. You got to take care of your family. It's God, family, money. God, family, money. Family means very simple. Husband and wife or become one like I became one 20 years ago with my beautiful wife. Okay, very simple. Thank you, Jay, for all the hearts. I love that. So if I take and be a CFO for family, what do? All cards fluctuate. Write it down. I'd like you to tap the screen, give you a bunch of goodies today, help you set yourself up for foundation, structure, and dream. Then I'd like you to show up at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I have 3:33 in the morning. Got it so far? 3:33 in the morning. What does that mean? It's Pacific Standard Time. I'm up every day at 1:45, ready to play with everybody at 3:15. Okay, no, I actually had the shirt to match the watch. Is that okay? So that's how it works, okay? So basically, what do? Here we have cards fluctuate, sticky time. Why do I want that? I'm Ray Reynolds, the guy that was consultant for Ken Yarborough at TRW. TRW stood for Thomas Raymond Woolridge. That's what it is. So as we play this game and understand. So what happens is I help set up the system. This card, okay? This card. So we invest in real estate, all right, auto, and also crypto. Well, again, Chris, you'd have a division for those things. See, if you're using taxable income to buy crypto, that's called dumb. Or Bitcoin, that's just it's just dumb. Because your income is taxed, you get a tax balancing. When do you sleep, bud? Okay, I get 3 hours of sleep a day. That's all I've ever had in my life. I don't need more than 4. More than that, I get a freaking headache. You see, I had a problem when I was a kid. Okay, I got used and abused at 2:30 in the morning, so I knew I had to get up at 2:25. Because I started TikTok literally 12 weeks ago. See if I like it at all. I started getting 1:45, so I can start at 3:15. Very simple. So that's the difference. All right. So what is the difference between a CFO and CEO? Chief Executive Officer, he or she does not take care of finance. Chief Financial Officer, it's like the person asking the question, it says just pretty. Okay, well, just pretty with the butterflies, I understand. You run your house. You're the CFO for your family, or your husband, or if you're married or not. So it is. You're the CFO for family and personal credit. If we're a CFO for the corporation, we should get $1 million of credit. These all fluctuate. Personal credit cards, you get out of sticky, and what do? You dummy proof it. This is a $10,000 credit card. I'm going to write on the back of the card the way I designed the system, training Yarborough, 70s and 80s and 90s, very simple, is I'm going to say this is 10,000 because it is. I'm going to put 25%, 29%. If I stay at 29%, listen to the rules, I'm always in the green. If I jack up this damn card to 30%, I'm in the yellow, 50% is in the red. The card's on fire. So all personal cards fluctuate but 2. Let's write it down. So no one teaches the rules and tools because I just don't understand or pay attention. Because they all fluctuate but 2. So if I have a bad day, bad week, bad year, and I have blah, 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 all right, what do? All right, he says pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Okay, well, that's what I've said for 50 years because I bought my first Lamborghini when I was 14 and a half at an auction. So tax or buy a Lamborghini. Well, Elon Musk says pay tax or buy a spaceship. Borrow $44 billion. Why not? See, borrow money is not taxable. If I get these personal cards, listen carefully. If you have less than a 750 score, which is 90% of you do, you use the round damn card. You jacked it up, got stuck, you screwed it up. These don't fluctuate. So if you would have jacked these cards up during a what? Bad day, bad week, bad year, your score would have maintained 750 and above. You jacked up the wrong card. So we have to repackage you and restructure you. That means very simple. I would recommend getting into rapid rescore. Yes, tab and a pen always ready to begin. Today, they build your foundation. So 3 o'clock, all these things, I'm trying to read as much as I can, sorry. If I miss it, read it again or just type it in, please. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today. So compare your time to mine. It's 3:37. Got it? If you're online with me for an hour and a half, I will be in the building next door. The building next door is the Ray Reynolds University, nonprofit, going to help you and show you what you can do for free. But if you like, I'll actually do it with you and for you. I'll actually become your coach if you want, but it's up to you. But understand, this means every one of these cards has a POT of $100,000. So if I have my LLC, there's 9 types again: LLP, C Corp, S Corp, Nonprofit, PC, 6 types of entities. Supreme Court says a legal person. That's what they said. I learned that when I was 7.5 years old, by the way. It's fun. Every entity below that can create a line of credit in its own credit file. Okay, all right, let's see. I called like you told me last week, but keep up getting your bots. Well, call at the time we're damn well open. Demon the friggin' number. See, here's somebody who wants to complain. They call and get the AI. There's nobody here. It's 3:30 something in the morning. Give us your damn phone number, okay? It's simple, okay? We're open 6 days a week, and DM us. That's easy. Instead of complaining, give me your phone. Hell, I'll call you. I'll call you out and have some fun. Now, if you need the number, it's in the link tree. Subscribe too. 800-254-9506. Okay? And again, I'll screenshot it again. Another one who basically wants to say they never picked it right. So we're going to get rid of the complainer. He's right here, no problem. We'll make sure someone calls. I will purchase today. Everybody said, I want to buy now. We've had Rosie basically complain. For 3 weeks, we keep chasing her back and forth trying, because Rosie wants to basically join in a coaching program, and the bottom line is she never follows through. I'm sorry, but I call people out when they just blah, 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 blah. You see, you got to realize something, okay? I created my first $1 million structure at 15.5 years old in the bank. 15 years or 16. I'm driving a Lamborghini, it's because college. Why didn't you? See, I'm verifiable across the board. It's simple. Because what did I do? I created my first billion at 21. See, if you want to play and be serious about it, I wrote Winning the Business Game. Winning the Game of Business. I released this in 1976. In 1976, I released this. Okay? I was 16 friggin' years old. What the hell were you doing? I tested out from T-Week in junior high, and I was at West Coast College, part-time, in a government sucked up program. So if you tap the live here today and tap the screen again and again, share the live with your friends and family, whatever you got, I'll change the live. It's simple. So here's the real Indian report, Roberts. Okay, hello. I'm part Cherokee Indian. I even got a number. So you have a casino? I don't gamble, I don't drink. Okay. All right, Winning the Game of Business, 1976. Let's understand what that means. Winning the Game of Business. I just wanted to show people what I was doing from bank to corp to corp to corp. Cities, banks, and structure. That's it. So I don't think you actually pay attention. I don't think you pay attention in the world out there. You let it pass you by. I think you get stuck. So let's understand this here. Take a picture. It'll last longer. So when I created the Winning the Game of Business, 1976, I was 16. Okay? I created my first million in the bank right then and there. I created my first billion at 21. Billion, got it? 2.6 billion, 26. But it's not my money. I don't want to be rich. It's the corporate structure. It's over there. It's over there. That's how it works. Share the life, share the life. This is how it works. The next thing is 1985, I got to create division process for everybody in the United States of America. In 1990, I kept changing it as well. I kept adding. See, for me, I just wanted out of hell. See, most of you got a mommy and a daddy. I didn't get that. You got lucky. I got screwed over. I got to eat out of a trash can and be homeless and used and abused, and I thought it sucked. I was pissed off. The only way I could deal with pissed off is library reading book after book after book after book. I studied every rich and famous person, how they got their money. John D. Rockefeller is my favorite. He's my hero. 1934, irrevocable trust. Irrevocable trust. Now, if you have those 9 divisions or more, every one of those bank accounts will be tied to the parent company. This is basically 18 times 150. The line of credit up to 150. So the banks, I sued them in 96, by the way, because they wanted separate bank accounts for every division. The answer is no. No. So I went in court. You're allowed to put up to 75 divisions on one bank account, sharing the average balance. So again, this is how we play. So the difference, oh wow. Well, the reality today, if you share the live, all right, I'd like you to change your life starting now. I'd like you to structure and have some more fun. And what you're going to do is very simple. I want you to download, if you have bad credit, or it's called Winning the Credit Game. I wrote that years ago too. So understand, when I helped set up the system, this is TRW, oldest credit card. okay? And that all cards fluctuate at 29% rule. So let's write down 29% rule. So again, I created a lot of stuff as I trained Ken Yarbrough, TRW, and Aspirian. I didn't work for Aspirian, so get it right. I was a consultant for TRW and Ken Yarbrough, and it was the oldest card, and then it was fluctuation at 29%. If you download the book, just look at one of the pages, you'll see, all right, part of the 21 card collection. See, I like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Enzones, and Mercedes, and all kinds of goodies. But all the cars weren't mine. They're still not mine. They belong to divisions of corporation. So understand, if you download that, that's great, okay? Very simple, we get to play. If you have kids in high school and college, download this for free as well. The other one's about $50 if you don't download it, okay? So it's very simple. Starting Out Right was written for the kids. This will teach you the rules and tools. So when you download it for your kids, why don't you read it? All right, why don't you download a copy for yourself and share the live with everybody? Tell the whole world about Starting Out Right. So this way you don't screw it up. Is that okay? You see, when Ken Yarbrough and I were working together, 1987, we wrote a book called New File. I didn't like it. He called it file segregation. Didn't like it. In the back of our book, so we always showed Reynolds, me. That's the highest kick in 1981, because I'm very disciplined. It's only 13 feet. One of the 21 card collections, one of the mansions, one of the yachts. Have 3 yachts, very simple, 21 cards in the card collection and having fun. But again, download. Well, it's in the link tree. Look in the link tree. Okay, very simple. Download now. Simple. I like simple. So if you allow me to help you a little bit, and if you want to today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, you can literally do what? You can show up again on live with me for an hour and a half. Okay, hour and what? A half. Hour and a half. So when you share the live today, maybe in the link tree you want to become an affiliate. Would you like me to send you $500 or $1,000 today? We do it every day. The affiliates make credit to the store, or a store credit, or they actually get money sent to them. It's simple. Okay? Here's a client's been here, a client for 35 years. Black Art, kinfolk. His family's been a client for 50. So again, they come back again and again. I'm getting ready to turn on and have my 50,000 people in my database and my 39 millionaire clients come over to TikTok. I want to find if I want to stay around. This is my 12 week. How am I doing so far? 37,000 followers so far. So I just want to help people. Is that okay? We share the live. And if you don't have a corporation, get it for free. It's in the link tree. It's in the link tree. It's right there. See, all corporations are free in all 50 states. You just pay the filing fee. When I did my first corporation for me, it cost me $10. $10. If you look online to the Secretary of State's website, California, you'll find out that Helping Hand Industries was started by a 9.5-year-old kid. That was me. I started mine at $10. You got $30 today? Same corp today is $30. You pay the state. You're done. You're done. Wow. So if we listen and learn today, we could take basically the corporation and get checkbook money, lines of credit at the bank. We can get blueprint loans. Very simple. That's what we want to do. And then we take these cards here and we turn it in $1 million. Every card for every division, because the division, the way I invented and created it, in 1985 and 86 has its own credit file. Isn't that fun? See, you've been using the wrong money to start your business or run your business anyway. Now you should have a corporation. I just make fun of these ding-dongs, those clowns out there. You need 5 LLCs. You got to sell your trust to the corporation. That howdy-doody is a ding-dong. That's the dumbest information I saw in my life. You sell your LLC to your trust. Where's the compensation? Who got the money? Then the silliest thing in that yellow book out there about trust, there's 4 biggest mistakes. The biggest mistake is it says put your car in a trust. Do you realize how dumb that is? If your car is in a trust and you drive the car today, bumpity bump, they sue you, they sue the trust. That's kind of dumb, don't you think? Can you imagine today, okay, we take one card for the corporation, paid our time limit up to $100,000, and we get 9 sisters. 9 sisters. Each division is going to learn how to fluctuate up to 47%. Once a year in the first quarter, I do a class. It's basically about fluctuation up to 40%. I do it once a year. So what happens is you're stuck with me. Thank you, Mindy. Very simple. Our call yesterday was fun. Okay, what do? Simple. If I take 9 divisions and I daisy chain each division and card, I now have $1 million. I am a CFO for personal life, so write down CFO, Chief Financial Officer. The next thing is a corporation, all right, CFO, and then division process. You will become CFO for the divisions process as well. Now, my personal credit score is an 845, so is my wife's, and it's boring. Our files are boring. We want them to be boring. Why? Because we use our credit as a reference to build business credit, controlling millions and billions of dollars as puppet masters. That's how it works. Don't you want to be a puppet master? See, that means you own nothing, you control everything. Not like that silly book that's missing 1,000 steps, has 4 mistakes in it. So if I'm a CFO for the entity, corporation, here's our problem. You believe your LLC, LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC protects you. Well, when it's sued, they sue you. There's the problem. When they sue it, they sue you. That's how it works. You are sued and messed up because that's how it works. It's not fair, but it's what it is. You're the only voice that entity has when there's a lawsuit. So when you see these circus clowns going, just push you to get your LLC and it'll protect your family. It does not. If you say, okay, well, I'm in a deposition. Here's another one yesterday. Well, this corporation doesn't own anything because it's owned by the trust. So they'll see this as a USCC1 or on the lane, okay? When you're in a deposition, they ask you questions. If you're in contempt, they're going to basically what? You have to make sure you don't get into contempt. But the reality is very simple. And I'm here to be an attorney. You're going to answer the question. You put a lien on something because you're protecting the equity. See, does it help in court? It does not help, in my opinion, all right, when it comes to IRS and everything else. Because they'll do whatever they have to do. This is how it is. Good morning. Thank you for your time and effort. Well, I'm just trying to help people outdoor. It's very simple. Have fun. Simple. So every, card here is 100,000 times 9 plus the parent company. There's $1 million of credit. There's only 10 cards I like. If I take the Chase personal cards, that's Sapphire, that's Freedom, no interest rate up to 22 months. So that's personal CFO. If I'm a CFO for the corporation, you're going to get ink cards. In my 8 cards, I think the lowest ink card I've got recently is 22,000. Usually they're 20 to 50,000, okay? Now we want 6 of these for the corporation. Then we want to do it per division, okay? So if we take the 10 cards I like personally, you're going to realize if you had all 10 cards for all the 9 entities, the parent company, you'll establish in 36 months $10 million of credit. See, there's no reason you don't have a corporation worth 5 to 10 million, but it's up to you. Is it easy? No. You're going to get your assets kicked. It's going to knock down many times, get up again and again. That's how it works, okay? If a bank blocks your credit, does your debts go away? What do you mean block your credit? The banks, the only thing they could do is lock your credit report, block it, all right? Under the Federal lending Act, they really can't, Kim, but again, it's up to you. See, there's always ways to look at it as well. Sometimes you want to seal certain records as well. All of you should actually freeze about 7 reports, okay? And then make sure your Experian, Treasury, and Equifax is basically open as we apply for credit. Your identity is protected. Let's see. Your identity is protected, all right, no matter the legal entity. Sorry, that's crap, okay? They sue the corporation. They see you on the officer's list. You're on the bank account. What you just said is crap. Sorry, I'm not here to be an attorney, but I've been saying law since I can walk, okay? So again, if they sue the corporation, they're going to sue you. You're the only damn voice. You're on the officer's list. They have to serve the registered agent, which is you anyway, or the registered agent has to disclose who you are. So isn't the death body of debtors so? Well, the reality is you're talking about debt. Look at the Fair Debt Collections Practice Act if you want to look about debt. Look at debt crisis intervention I wrote 40 years ago. So again, we're talking about protect your assets, division process, fluctuation, and being a CFO. Unfortunately, you're late to the date. That's okay. So remember, all cards fluctuate. Personal cards. You put a sticky. I set up the system behind the scenes while I'm training Yarborough at TRW in the late 70s and 80s. What does this mean? All cards fluctuate. So we have to put our sticky. The $10,000 card that can't go past $2,100. It's $2,900 below is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So what did you do? Most of you who have bad credit, you screwed it up. You jacked up the wrong card. Then you gave up. Then you said, I just won't pay the creditor. So you're a crook. You want to rip off your creditor. Okay. These don't fluctuate. These don't fluctuate. My sister's baby, but I am dad through all love and all that. Okay, okay. It's simple. So understand, what does it mean? Your car today. When I hear people talking in that yellow book about trust out there, it's wrong. There's 4 mistakes in the book, and they don't give you the 1,000 steps. If your car's in a trust today in the car, jump up and kick yourself in the you know what and tell you you're dumb. You're dumb. See, the car is the most dangerous thing you have in your name today. The most dangerous thing. We have what I call, bloodsucker attorneys and billboards on freeways. If you bump a car today, bump, they're going to sue the registered owner. It's you. You're the duck and the sheep. They're going to sue you. The insurance is going to take it. Yeah, right. Good luck on that. All right, you watch all these attorneys go, I got $5 million. I got what? So what happens? They sue you. It sucks. It sucks. So what happens is your registered owner of a car should never be you. It should be a division. A division. A division. So let's understand today. Let's repackage you my way for a while, because I'm going to look at your way and tell you I don't like it. Why? Because basically you should have $100,000 of income every month no matter what you do. Right now. Why don't you? I got married, you got a wife and a kid and a cat and a fish. Oh goody. You get stuck in the rat race. You let life control you being the same rerun every day. Let's change the channel. Let's not have reruns anymore. Is that okay? If we are a CFO for personal life, we basically understand personal credit, sticky time. We get American Express, they don't fluctuate. Pay their time limit, revolving. We say they're not teaching that. They go, this is no revolving. I've never seen someone as dumb in my life. They don't fluctuate. They have a POT of up to $100,000. If I do the corporation and I want to daisy chain the credit, each division has its own line of credit for $100,000. So I have $1 million in my hand. Now what would you do with $1 million? What the blank would you do with $1 million? What would you do? You kind of piss it away. See, the reality is you have to realize that cash, you reference 3 times 5 and you leverage it. The next thing you have to understand is every division should have its own line of credit. So what happens today, if you want to share the live and have some more fun, what do? You basically get to have fun and you get to enjoying me at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. 3 o'clock today, the ultimate goal is very simple. I would love for you to be online for an hour and a half. I'd love for you to tap the screen, share the live with everyone else, and I'd like you to spend an hour and a half with me at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Now, my time zone is Pacific Standard. So we look at 3:56 in the morning, right here, right there, 3:56. Okay? So compare your time zone you have right now, you'll see the difference if there's a difference between my time and yours. All right. Now, here's an event I do once a year. And this is an event, if you don't make it, you don't learn how to recycle money and credit. I don't teach in the classes. I specialize in this. So take your picture if you want. On Monday, we're going to spend the whole day. The whole day would be on Monday. And this allows you for 1 hour. No, all those hours, 9 to 5. So 9 to 4 is probably where we'll stop. We're going to teach about fluctuation of money and credit. Fluctuation, money, and credit. So what happens is very simple. Oh, you wanted it higher. Okay, there you go. Peekaboo. So what do? If you want to spend the day with me, it's called Spend the Day with Ray here, but Spend the Day with Ray is on Saturday. This is something I don't teach in normal classes. It's a specialty. It's like when I have my class about trust, irrevocable trust, I don't teach that in class. But again, this is what it is. So if you're there, Mr. Nice Guy, hey, you haven't been around for a while. It's backwards. Yeah, I know it's backwards because of the way the camera is. So take your picture, and then look in the mirror with the picture, take another picture, or read in the picture. Sorry, this afternoon won't be backwards because on the cell phone here, it is this is the way it is, and I've tried every way to do it, but again, I kind of blew it, I guess, because what happens is, all right, I've been on TikTok for 12 weeks now. How am I doing? Andy, hi. So what do? Tap the screen, share the live now. And what the other go will be very simple. See, I like you to play the game and win. But again, that's going to be up to you as well. For instance, here's Linda, and I know it'll be backwards. The main thing you're looking for is this piece. I'd like you to basically do one thing, okay? Take a picture, look at it, and it'll give her, telling you exactly I made her a millionaire 5 times. The greatest thing is basically what's called the Hyatt Hotel in Texas being converted to the Blueprint Apartments. Blueprint Apartments, I love that. So great, always good, thank you God. Well, me, as I teach people, I always say very simple as a little boy. They're good, how you doing, little boy? Always good, thank you Jesus. They leave me alone. See, I don't like people. All they do is give me crap. Hi there, sounds awesome. Well, again, it's up to you. Show up on the live this afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We're going to go back to the foundation, the dream. I'm going to show you how to create your own blueprint. And the reason you want to listen to me is basically very simple. I'm the guy that helped set up the credit system in the first place. So I'm doing great. Okay, thank you, Kim. I don't know if I'm doing good or not. This is 12 weeks. I'm doing the best I can. And I got 37,000 plus followers. I should hit 50,000 by this weekend. I had to make a decision if I want to do TikTok. Why? I write checks for millions and millions of dollars for TV and radio. Do I really want to do TikTok? I'm online or in person 6 days a week anyway, Monday through Friday, twice a day, and on Saturday, 6 classes. And if I do a live specialty class for all day, that's important because it's once a year. It's like a boot camp. If I do a 3-day boot camp, you should be all 3 days because it changes your life. Everything is always more. There's more. See, even in coaching, all the things that I teach today, it's only less than 10%. So guess what? Winning the Game of Business, my first series I put out there in 1976. Now, I'm driving a Lamborghini Countach, very simple. I get $1 million in the bank. I've created 26 patents right then. I created basically something called Car Finance, have some fun. It was simple. So this is winning the game of business. All right, winning the game of business. Okay, 1976. In 1976, I was 16 years old. So I created my first million at 15 and a half, 16, and patents everything that I created. From there, I had $1 billion of structure at 21. I tested out at T-Weaker Junior High, went to East Coast College in a government program, sucked into that. I studied Rich and Famous ever since I was a kid. Used to read about 15 books a week. So let's cut to the chase and understand. If you tap the live today, now, if you need an articles of incorporation, LLC, C Corp, S Corp, PC, nonprofit, or whatever you want, it's in the link tree. If you do this and help me help you, what do we have to do? Starting Out Right is for the kids. Starting Out Right is for the kids. So that's very simple. I'd like you to download it in the link tree. I'd like you to share it with the whole world. Is that okay? This will give you the rules and tools you never had before. This is for the kids in high school and college. Do yourself a favor, read it as well. Next thing, I wrote a book called Prove It or Remove It years ago because it helped set up the system. Now, Yarborough Nye, here's security to TRW, wrote a book called File Segregation, New Credit File. Did not like it. I thought it was dangerous and he wanted to lie. The back of all my books back then would show you flat out, I hold the record for the highest kick on the planet, 13 feet, back in 81. Very simple, and white men do jump, stupid people say we don't. One of the cars in the 21 car collection, Lamborghini. End zones, Ferraris, goodies, mansions, and yachts. Why not? So if you get to know Ray Reynolds, the Godfather, which is me, I also want you to download Winning the Credit Game. I wrote that too. I've written 67 books so far. You can play with all of them if you want to. This is $50 usually, but it's to download today. You'll see some of the Lamborghinis in the car collection. We only had 21 cars in the collection. Is that okay? But I'm not dumb enough to put them in my name. And I'm not dumb enough to put them in a trust. That's called dumb. No matter what you do in a car, you have a problem. If you lose the car, they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. And you have a tax problem and a credit problem. See, your lack of knowledge is why you kind of do what I call dumb. Sorry to say, but it's true. If you listen today and you share the live now, get the free downloads. And if you'd like to play the game to win, it's pretty simple. We get to play the game and win. Now, your future is right here. Right here for every one of you. Take a picture. If you want me to send you a mouse pad, let us know. All you have to do is DM us, give me your information, we'll send it out to you. So I do all kinds of fun stuff for free. When I was 26 years old, I had 2.6 billion of structure. I offer to do what I do today for free to everybody. All the work. No one wanted to play with me. Well, what do I do? Well, these employees need to get a paycheck. I haven't had a paycheck in 40 years. Why would I want one of those silly things? Paycheck is tax. You get the leftover, and everything you touch is tax again and again. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Hey, get a spaceship. Borrow $44 billion. Borrowed money's not taxable. So it's like today, 3 o'clock today. We sent an email and an invitation. So what is this? Rules, tools, and success. Simple. You see, when you screwed up you became the duck and the sheep. If you had a LLC, LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC, and had a division, the division will be the duck. Those entities are online, Secretary of State's website. When they sue it, they sue you. You're the only voice it has. They have to name you in a damn lawsuit. You're in a deposition. When someone earlier said, and they said it protects you, it's bullcrap. It's like the silly people who do Wyoming, okay? It's bullcrap. It's all crap. I'm the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold 10 times corporations to anybody on this planet to this day. I've been out there for 50 years, 6 days a week. Where the hell you been? Where you been? I got 39 million millionaire clients. I have 50 million people I've helped so far with division process. So if you listen and tap the live, share it now, you can learn how to play the game and rebuild you. See, most of you have your credit jacked up. I'm probably going to have to teach you how to get some courtesy checks. Increase your limit or pay it down and get courtesy checks. Simple. Because I want you to repackage yourself. I want you to take the Ray Reynolds challenge. Now, I challenge every one of you, if you're in a rapid rescore, that your score will go up 50 to 150 points in 3 weeks. If you're in a rapid rescore. If you do what you're asked to do or told to do. So it's a combination, it's win-win for all of us. If you basically want a rapid refresh, they'll actually rebuild your credit for free and do analyzation for free. So tap the screen if you want a rapid refresh. What do? You call a specialist this afternoon, this morning, or they'll call you back. And then if you get in that process, do it. No, it's not free. I do enough free. I don't even want to do everything for free. I got to pay the employees. So a rapid refresh. If you're in a rapid refresh today, within 3 weeks, and you do what you're asked to do, your score goes up 50 points to 150. I'll guarantee it. I'll guarantee it. Very simple. If you do what you're told. Can you do what you're told? Very simple. So if we do this correctly, we're going to basically focus on personal debt to ratio, cards, sticky time. They all fluctuate. These do not fluctuate at all. We're going to take these and we're going to get 9 more. Now watch. If I got an LLC, I'm going to ask you, there's 9 types. There are 9 types of LLC. What do you have? Most of you know, I don't know. That's what typically happens. You paid for a corporation that's wrong. They should be free. And the late trade, they're free. Just pay the state fee. That's all you have to do. Don't spend money for an articles corporation. That's crap. If that piece you have, LLC, LLP, C Corp, blah, 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 it's on Secretary of State's website. When they sue you. Congratulations. Everyone's telling you to protect your assets. It does not. It's crap. The reason the Supreme Court said these entities are legal people is for the SS4. See, they receive money, and basically what happens, it's not taxed to basically what? All right, it doesn't tax to what? All right, until you're profitable. My ex took my score down to 840, down to a 747. Well, at a 649, very simple. You can basically get these cards here. I can do it on my dashboard. But let's do this. Let's not blame the ex-wife. Because in the Bible it says you can take outside one. Mine cheated too. But my current wife, who will be my wife for life, it's very simple. We've been married 20 years. We became one. So basically what you do. If you want to, let us analyze you, put you in a rapid rescore. So what happens is 49 years ago, people in mortgages were not told the truth by their real estate agents and the brokers because the buyers are liars, agents, brokers are too, and contractors too. They're all full of crap. I created Rapid Refresh and Rapid Rescore 49 years ago because I was a consultant for that too. I've been out there for 50 years helping people. Would you like to be helped? So Rapid Refresh today, if you're in it today, now, okay, they're going to rebuild you for free, the paralegals, and they're going to analyze you right away. And by the way, they hand you $5,000 to $10,000 of credit on your credit file to build you the right way, which none of you probably have $5,000 or $10,000 card anyway. So what happens is it enhances what you're doing. All right, Rapid Refresh is about $500 to $1,000. Depends on which one you pick, but it's up to you as well. So it's even probably in the link tree as well. So if I take my corporation, LLC, LLP, now you can argue, it says eliminate company. Supreme Court said it's a legal person. The original books years and years ago said is an LLC is a limited liability corporation. Some ding dong company. It's the same damn thing, but it's okay. LLC, 9 types. What do you have? LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. These 6 categories Supreme Court said is a legal person. In 1985, I developed division process, got approved in California and all 50 states, division process. Your management company will manage 9 divisions because I said so. That means I'm going to help you get these if you allow me to do it for you for the corporation. Okay? Then each division you'll have 9, then eventually you'll have 18. You'll have one of these cards per division. American Express tries to give you 99, we only want 9. So this means you have $1 million of credit. All right, as you're managing your company. What are you going to do with it? What would you do with $1 million of credit? Probably run your business you're doing today and piss it away? Probably. Sorry. I think you should do auto income first. Everybody should do auto income before they start their business. Auto income. Here's $350,000 for the corp and for each division. There are only 10 cards I like. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. I think most of them suck. Each division gets the same cards. Chase, Freedom, and Sapphire for you, 15 to 22 months, no interest rate. In cards, there are 6 of them, no interest rate up to 22 months. So if we play the game, we get to play to win. Is that okay? I want to play to win. Do you want to play to win? Just trying to see if it scrolls anymore. Okay. So, winning the game of business, 1976, my first creation to help people 50 years ago. I've been the oldest coach. All right, number 1 at the time. All right, did basically millions and billions and have fun with you. Winning the game of business, 1976. $1 million in the bank. I have 26 patents as a kid. I invent things all the time, having fun, no problem. And what do? Got $1 million in the bank. I invented some little thing called Car Finder. License, getting money off that. Okay. So $1 million in the bank, what do? Well, the reality is I just basically had some more fun. You see, you got choices today. Auto income is this. Take your picture. Your organization should have 18 divisions by the time I'm done with you. That's 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit, even on the American Express card by itself, and that's 9 locations. All right? See, I bought my first Jack in the Box when I was 19 to corporate structure. Why didn't you? Why didn't you? Auto income is when you buy something flat out, and you have your corporation with your divisions. I have a division for Bitcoin, okay? All right? Crypto, that's fine. I have one for gold. I have one for silver. I have one for stock trading. And I also have for my auto incomes. You see, 47 years ago, I wrote the original book about pay phones, okay, laundromats and car washes. Now I got 2 clients out. You need a car wash or laundromat. No, you don't. You need to own the damn thing. You don't want to run it. Who wants to work at a car wash? Nobody. Who wants to work at a laundry? Nobody. It's run by a management company. So today, if you play the game, you get to win if you want to. So I'd like you to structure you and understand that when I set up basically winning the game of business, 1976, peekaboo, I developed division process in 85, 86. Then I kept changing it based on the laws kept changing. And that's pretty important to me. If you choose to today, all right, it might be backwards, or take your picture, reverse it from there, look in the mirror. Screenshot that. Take a picture. Why? I want you to hear Linda here tell you how I made her a millionaire 5 times, how they're taking the Hyatt Hotel in Texas and converted it to the Blueprint Apartments named after me, because it's fun. So if we play the game today, we could win. Let's pretend you wanted to do an auto income, okay? Let's say today that I repackage your whole life, and you go to the 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and you tap the screen and share the live, get all these free downloads, okay? What does that mean? Winning the credit game, kid book, no problem, starting it right, mouse pad DM, and on top of that, articles of corporation. Let's pretend today that you wanted to get an auto income. First, let's take an example we just closed an escrow on. They invested $4,000. Okay, I billed them $50,000 in credits right here, okay? From there, they took $25,000 and they bid into an escrow. I don't want money in escrow. You put it in escrow flat out. You do the money in escrow. I never touch that. I don't want to run a Ponzi like they're doing out there. Now, you're going to get $34.20 is what they get per month for life. And you're not rich. I don't want you to ever say you're rich in your life. I've never said I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I'm a puppet master controlling millions and billions. I don't own anything, but I know how to structure it the right way. Not the yellow stupid book out there. Sorry, I shouldn't say stupid, dumb book. Because it's missing 4 things and they're wrong. It's ridiculous. They tell you to put your car in a trust. You drive the car, they sue the trust because you're the registered owner, the trust is. Okay, now let's watch. Here's one that did 8,000. 100,000 in credit, they invested 75,000 of that 100,000, and their income now is $7,500 a month for life. See, an auto income is you own a piece of something forever, forever, forever. You're building a legacy, a true legacy. If today you own 25% of a Wendy's restaurant, would that be good? Storage unit, laundromat, car wash, apartment complex. Is that okay? So what do we do? Now, some of my clients do not have verification of bank accounts, enough transaction base, and a good average balance. So when they partner with me, there's programs they can get into that allow me to be the CFO. I can become your CFO for your corporation and division process. So what does that mean? Very simple. All right, let's say they don't have the average balance. Here's the petty cash accounts just for January. $287,000, $66,000. So we're going to show an average about another account's about $500,000 in petty cash. When I am their CFO, I'm their attorney in fact as well. That allows me to talk on their behalf. They give me permission. And what happens is the bank wants to verify me. We look in the account. There you go. So if you're missing pieces today, I'll give you the pieces you're missing if you basically get into coaching and other things as well. But it's up to you. I create millionaires and billionaires every day. 39 million and millionaire clients. So I got to decide if I'm going to stay on TikTok and social media. Did 12 weeks ago, then I'm doing pretty good, I think. I got 37,000 followers in 12 weeks. Is that good? But then I want to do it again and again and again, get to 50 this weekend. But what do? If we structure the right way, let's write down structure builds finance and dream. Structure builds finance and dream. That's what you have to focus on. Very simple. We have to structure ourselves. All cards fluctuate. We need our stickies. We need to understand the 29% rule I created for TRW when I'm training Yarborough in the 70s and 80s. These cards do not fluctuate. They have a POT of 100,000. That's good. What do? The next thing is we look at the LLC you might have, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. And the first thing we want to do is have 18 divisions. 9 divisions to basically have credit. 9 divisions. That means each division has a POT limit of 100 up to 100,000. That's $1 million. What would you do with $1 million just on American Express cards? Okay, don't leave home without it. No. Listen carefully. This is where people screw it up. The American Express has a blueprint loan for $250,000. All they want is, 30 transactions. Last month, I had 3,019. I think I can help you. What do you think? So if we did this correctly, you can go after a blueprint loan up to $250,000. And if you did it right, you can do it per entity. Again, you can credit to $10 million of credit. If we had that, we look at the Chase Personal Freedom Sapphire. No interest up to 22 months. Good. Then we take the ones for ink cards, up to 6 of these, up to $350,000 and $50,000 each. And what do? No interest up to 22 months. Corporate credit does not show up on personal file. The only one would be a Spark card from Capital One. And sometimes I want it to show up because I want it to be on both reports. So if you share the live today, help me help you, we all get to win. How about that? Is that all right? So the main thing today is structure, finance, and dream. We repackage ourselves. So if you do this correctly, the goal is very simple. Now, I'd like you to, I always say dissect yourself. House, car, family. For me, it is God, family, husband and wife became one. That's how it works. Husband and wife became one. That's what I did. From there, it's money. So if I focus on God, family, and money. I was born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. I was put in a trash can. She did not want me. I got to be Mrs. Hope to she devil from hell. I got used and abused as a kid and it pissed me off. I took that frustration and anger and I studied book after book after book to figure out how the hell to get out of hell. When I was basically creating different things and I blew up a car almost and I created car finder and fuses at Radio Shack. Then I took a sewing machine, took it apart and put it on my skateboard too. This is winning the game of business. 1976, first series. Then I kept updating it again and again. I was basically 16 years old driving a Lamborghini, going to East Coast College part-time. Why wouldn't you? So there's structure, it's finance, it's dream. So when I created my first billion at 21 under structure, see, in 1984, I had a problem. 1984, I am the king of satellite television, manufacture, distribution, all blah, blah, blah. I own some Shakey's Pizzas, I own some 31 Flavors, some Subways, shopping centers and condos, and all kinds of fun stuff. They wanted me to pay a franchise tax fee. Got the letter in the mail. I went to Sacramento, our capital, and I asked a question to two departments. I created a division or entity under the corporation that I have that is to pay franchise tax fee. See, if I didn't do that, it'd be $1.2 million. $1.2 million. I didn't want to pay $1.2 million, okay, for franchise tax fee. So when you watch ding-dongs out there going, you need 5 LLCs. No, you don't. Each one of those LLCs, if one got sued, they're going to sue you anyway. You're the officer, you're in the bank account. I mean, there's only one voice for anything on those lines of entity, LLC, LLP, C Corp, nonprofit, PC. You're the voice. They sue it, you're in the deposition, and then you blew it. If those entities have a division process, division's your line of defense. You might want to write down, I'm willing to lose a division, not my corporation and my family. I have no intent to do fraud. There's the goal. Very simple, but it's up to you as well. If we play the game. Today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'm going live again and again. Hour and a half. This is where you invite your friends and family for an hour and a half. You get out your sticky tab, okay? You get your little tablet, the sticky pads. One of these, got it? And you're going to put that behind every personal card you have. You're going to dummy proof this. Every card's going to get a sticky. They fluctuate. We're going to have the rules of 29%, which is green. 50 is red, 30 is yellow. Simple. We're going to talk about these don't fluctuate, how these are the cards you jack up if you screw up. Okay, it's not about the damn points. What in it and for you, bringing it to billion and all. I help people. I don't care about money. Do you care about money? I guess you do. Okay. What's in it for you? I don't know. Okay. How about I help people and change the world? I've done it for 50 million people. What's in it for me? Simple. If you get into coaching, you get to buy products over there for the employees. All right, that's simple. The money goes to them. But again, you just want to, what's in it for you? See, that's negative, okay? And the difference is if you don't structure yourself, the reality is you're going to the rerun every day, same rerun every day. It's structure, finance, and dream. See, when I died in a coma, all right, when I was a kid, I was in my first coma, and then in 2000, I was in another coma. I made a promise to God. How's that? Am I keeping my promise? Okay? He let me come out of the coma. God is great all the time. So we're going to look at simple God, family, money. Husband and wife became one. That's my wife and I 20 years ago. What's in it for me? I get to keep my promise to my Lord and Savior. That's important to me. Thank you, Jesus. So again, what's in it for you? All right, how about nothing? How about I just teach you? For 50 years, I've been doing it twice a day, Monday through Friday and Saturday classes. Tomorrow, you could spend the whole day with Ray in all classes, if you wanted to. But again, you're going to go in and out because you are negative, all right? Typical. What happens? See, people scroll too many times, they don't focus. I'm alive because God brought me out of a coma. Even though he wanted to be the example that I stole my $3.7 billion of structure, I built it again and again. I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks, trying to get my goodies back anyway. So guess what? Now, if you tap the screen today, now, all right, and share the live, again, like I said, okay, I'd like to give you some free goodies. This is winning the credit game. It's a free download. It's usually $50, okay? So when you get the book, please look at basically at the back towards it. It talks about me and my 21 cars in the car collection. Simple. They're not my cars. I'm not dumb enough to put a car in my name. Not saying you're dumb, I just think you're doing dumb. Very simple. If you have kids, all right, download the book called Starting Out Right. The other one's $50, but it's free today if you download it. And you share the live. Share the live. What happens? This is called Starting Out Right. Let's start out right. This helps the kids. See, no one taught you about personal credit and finance when you went to school, okay? They have to read your story, Ray Reynolds survived. Well, people don't understand that Ray Reynolds survived, I got to survive. There's more than just that story. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. Hell, I've been shot 3 times. I've been knifed 6 times. You have no idea the story. But again, yeah, they should read the story because it's pretty important. Because I survived. I got through it all. See, you get knocked down 1,000 times, get up 1,001. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's never been an excuse. Now, Monday, I'd like you to take a picture. Yes, I know it's backwards. No matter what I do, I can't seem to figure out how to put it forward. We tried everything on the settings in the phone, blah, blah. It doesn't work. Take your picture. Monday, people in coaching or not in coaching, is simple. Once a year, in the first quarter, I do recycling money and credit. These are things people are not going to learn in normal classes. Okay? I do a class on trust. We talk about trust. Daisy chain and credit, that's especially this weekend. Saturday at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, my coaching clients will basically learn how to daisy chain 1 card into 9 more, and 99 more. Again, I got knifed a bunch of times and basically our story was what it is. Well, life's life, okay? You got no choice. I went to school in Torrance, Watts, and Long Beach, okay? I'm born in a freaking taxi. It sucks, so what? No, the bottom line is to survive. Get past the BS, get past the goal, and reach the goal. Reach the dream. But that's how it works. I think the weirdest one is when I got shot in the shoulder and had to crawl on my belly, praying to God, give me to my kids, give me to my kids. Have you thought about printing the documentary and show it to all show up? I'm actually working on Netflix is doing a documentary on me. How's that? It'll be out this next year. Okay? Because of my life and all the things I went through, which is impossible, but I did. So yes, we're going to have a documentary on Netflix this next year. They're basically producing it. That's just something we're working on. So what do? We tell the truth. You fight through the damn pain and get up again and again and again and again. That's how it works. We have to get up again, and we can't have a choice to feel like we're what, losers, or we're just down? No. So today the main thing is CFO. Okay? If I am a CFO, Chief Financial Officer, for my personal family, my life, that's what it is. CFO. If I take it as a CFO for my LLC, LLP, C Corp, Nonprofit, PC, then I want to do division process. Those entities I mentioned to you on Secretary of State's website is there with your name on it. When they sue that, they sue you. You're the duck and sheep. If someone says a corporation protects you, that's BS. You're the officer, you're on the bank account. And if you listen to Howdy Doody and you sell your trust or your LLC to the trust, that's called dumb. IRS wants to know what's compensation. See, your IRS is not your problem, people. You think they're the problem. They're just the bullies and liars. Okay. Your paycheck is taxed because you don't understand SS5. You don't even know what an SS5 is until I explain it to you. And that's sad. SSN and 1040. Taxed. Everything you touch is taxed again and again. Your paycheck should be your write-off base and break even. House payment helps you break even. But again, that's up to you. It's house. When you put it in both names, it's kind of dumb. Escrow, closed, homestead, trust. What it should be. No husband and wife should ever be on the loan together. It makes no sense. Can you imagine a husband and wife became one and they bought a house? So goody. I want to be on the loan too. I want to be a duck and sheep. Huh. If you lose the house, the bank reports it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now, don't you have bad credit, screwed up credit, you have an IRS tax problem. House is escrow, closed, homestead, trust. One of you is the duck and sheep. Both each control the trust. That's how it works. But you didn't do it that way. I don't understand why you do things the way you do it. I think the world is a bunch of amateurs. I think the amateur hour is over when you met me. What do we do? They don't fluctuate? Yeah, they do. All cards fluctuate. Sticky time. $10,000 card. So what? Let's go to dinner. Let's go buy a purse. Let's go shopping. Stop it. Knock it off. This card, if you go past 29%, it's yellow, it's red. You put your own credit on fire, you screwed it up, then you gave up. If you have crappy credit, you gave up and want to rip off your creditors. That's my opinion. This doesn't fluctuate, it all fluctuates. All personal cards fluctuate. So keep correcting the person above. They fluctuate. If we get these cards, they do not fluctuate. The PO time limit, that's what you have to look at, PO time limit. They don't fluctuate. Okay? They don't want. Up to $1 million freaking dollars. If you had what he just said to have in their bad day, week, month, or year, you would not have crappy credit today. You jacked it up and got stuck, and then you gave up. That's why you have crappy credit. These are lines of credit. There's only 4 banks to play with. A line of credit, it's called checkbook money. If I get these personally, at a 640 and above, if you have that, I'll get them for you if you want me to. Then I'm gonna get 9 of these. Oh, I like these. Isn't these pretty? Ooh, good. That's basically $1 million. Would you like $1 million? Every division can have up to $100,000 of credit on an American Express card. Then we're gonna think about daisy chaining, which is literally Chase, personal cards, Freedom Sapphire, no interest rate up to 22 months. Ink cards, there are basically 6 of these, up to $50,000 each, and there's no interest for up to 22 months. Share the life, help me. I've been on TikTok now, 12 weeks. How am I doing so far? 37,000 followers. I'm hoping to hit 40,000 by this weekend. Then I'm gonna, by next week or so, I have 50 million people in my database. Then I'm gonna say, go on my TikTok account more with me. So I just want to be number 1 on TikTok as soon as possible. I don't know if I'll make it. I'll do my best. Let God do the rest. Amen to that too. It's up to Him to open the doors, not me. All right, I'm in control what He gives me the ability to be in control of. So that's what we get to do. If I get these 6 ink cards, 50,000 each card, up to 350, I can do it per division. If I have the LLC, C Corp, nonprofit, PC, and based on what I have, S or C, that's an entity. Supreme Court said it's a legal person. It's online, so they sue you. If that entity manages 19, 18 divisions, you get to play. Each division has its own credit file. Each division will have 100,000 of credit. So you become a management company. When you do that my way, because I don't like your way, I think your way, I always say it sucks. Take your picture here, it's a mouse pad. If you'd like a copy of a mouse pad, have me send you one, let me DM us and we'll send you a mouse pad. This is your future. Your future is auto income. Your future is a division for Bitcoin if you want Bitcoin. Your future is gold, silver, stock trading, crypto. See, you keep using taxable income to do that. It's called dumb. I'm sorry, it's dumb. Can you imagine today if you had the ability to play with me and I got you $350,000 on a division for Bitcoin? Would you like to play? I predicted it went to 61, 62, and it did. My predictions have never been wrong. Never been wrong. So what do? Why don't we buy Bitcoin? Let's have it leverage itself and pay itself back. See, what happens is on specialty classes, we talk about that specialty in the class. It's like anything else today. Take your picture. Yes, I know it's backwards, but the main thing is you want this. Have Linda tell you, I made her a millionaire 5 times. Simple. The Hyatt Hotel in Texas is being converted to the Blueprint Apartments. And that's what the goal should always be right now. The Blueprint Apartments, named after me. Okay, so we get to play the game. If you share the live today, share the live. I want to give you articles of corporation for free. I'd like you to get your book called Starting Out Right for free for your kids. When you download it, read it yourself because you need it, because you don't know rules and tools. If you have bad credit, for your high credit repair company, they're out there, they're far of you do credit repair. You're breaking the law. Congratulations. I'm not here to be a stupid attorney. So what happens is very simple. If we play the game to win, credit repair, look at Fair Credit Reporting Act. It says it's against the law to do credit repair and collect money up front. Unless you're a nonprofit and have a bond. So what do? Share the live. This is simple. Winning the Credit Game, I wrote that years ago and update it all the time for you. Free download. It's a free download. That's what we got to do. Free download. So when you get in this one, all right, look at me a little bit. Look at the 21 car collection. I've been driving Lamborghini since I was 14 and a half, 15 years old. Why not? But they're not my cars. 21 cars in the car collection. Wow. 21 cars in the car collection. I've never been, dumb enough to put a car as a registered owner. Why would I do that? Why would anybody drive a car? If you turn off the radio and the stereo, you hear it going, I'm a duck. I'm like, she too. They're gonna sue me. because your car says. That's what it does. You're in a bumpity bump today. What do? They're going to sue you. You're the registered owner. Oh, then the book that's wrong about the trust, that crap for mistakes, put your car in a trust. You know how bad it was the other day when Johnny D kept arguing the point and he says his car's in a trust. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's in a trust. All right, let's see. Jay, let's see. I don't want to touch, I don't want to scrape the screen. Went too fast. Very interesting. Someone finally dropped a T. Thank you. I don't know what that means, Jay. Is that a good thing? All right, I got clients helping me all the time. It's great because I'm new on TikTok and I'm learning as I go. It's kind of fun. Now, car. If it's in a trust, when they sue the registered owners to trust, they sue the trust. The information out there from these circus clowns is ridiculous. You have 20% of basically I don't like about TikTok and social media. You got Grant, don't buy a house, sell me the water. What a bunch of crap. He owns houses and he tells you not to buy one. Your house offsets your taxes. Well, that's what you want to do, offset taxes. You got Gary, you're Gary V. F. Sounds like a duck and a sheep. We got Kevin who sees between walls. He just got out of prison after 10 years. You have Michael, same thing. Trump pardoned him after 85 years sentence, running a Ponzi. I don't get this stuff. I don't understand these guys are out there so long because they're out there so long, go blah, blah, blah. I guess everybody wants to follow blah, blah, blah. All right, yes, thanks, good information. Well, it's up to you if you want to take it. It's all good. God gave it to me to give you. Just put your car in a charitable trust, and then they can't. That's bull crap. All right, listen to this. This is Mr. Nice Guy. That is the dumbest thing. Just put your car in a charitable trust, then they can't sue you. They sue the trust. You're the officer. Don't you get this, people? This is called dumb, 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 dumb. The car needs to be a division process, period. So, Mr. Nice Guy, you better get your act together. You've been in, I think, once or twice already. What does that mean? You drive the car today, you're the registered owner. He's good. Charitable trust is the registered owner. Fantastic. You just made him sue the charitable trust. I thought it was supposed to help people. Then they pierce the veil, find out the trust is a scam. Then they indict the hell out of you. Again, that's what you're going to do. Fine, do it. The only thing a car should be registered is a division. Because you want to throw the sucker away if you have a problem. So guess what? Who's getting sued all the time? Well, the reality is in this world, everybody gets sued, unfortunately. I've been sued once. Well, Larry Parker, then I sued back. That's why we have insurance. Now, good. You think insurance, Richie's going to protect you? Good luck. Fantastic. He's got insurance. Yay! Richie's got insurance. Yay. Goody. The bloodsuckers. I'm number one, bloodsucker! I call them that because it sucks. When I was a kid, ambulance chasing was against the law. They're on the billboards on the freeways. I have a management company. Well, that's good. Maybe they're going to sue the management company. Wow. Registered owner, ladies and gentlemen. Registered owner, ladies and gentlemen. The only thing should be is a division. Everything else is crap that what you're hearing today. Trust, management company, bull crap. Let me tear it apart because I'll show you the truth. What you're doing, you think it's going to protect you. What you're doing is wrong. Okay, it's wrong. It's just bull crap. I don't like BS. I've been teaching and preaching for 49 years. Thank you for all the goodies. Okay? Now it's 50 years of this year. Simple. I've helped 3 presidents in the United States of America. You understand? I'm the largest registered agent in the world. You ever heard of that before? I sold 10 times corporation on this planet. You might want to pay attention to the truth because everything you just said, 3 of you, it's a bunch of crap. It's bull crap. Okay? I'm not worried about getting sued. Then fantastic, Richie. That's simple. That means your car's protected, your house is protected, and so is your wife. When they sue you, they sue her. Don't you understand that too? But you're okay. No problem. Then don't get sued. All right, I'll pray for you. Okay? Business, employees, 100 people you hire, 80% of them suck. They're terrible people. 20% are great. Keep the 20% that are worth a damn because they'll give you the 80%. But I guess you're not going to be an entrepreneur. Okay? When you start creating billions of dollars, there's always a problem. The problems are bigger. When you create millions, it's okay. Simple. You basically, most people whiny babies. Can you give us a name of an example? Well, if you show up at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today, TLL group, blah, 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 organization or something, I just scrolled so fast. Organizer, okay, there it goes. I'm going to demonstrate a blueprint. Even Richie should show up. Bring your wife, because I'll tell the truth. And Richie's wife said, you better listen, Richie. You got to realize something. I created my first billion at 21. 2.6 billion, 26. I'm the most verified person on the planet. I've been helping people every day, 6 days a week, Monday through Friday, twice a day, even before I joined TikTok. I write checks for millions of dollars on radio and TV for years. I was the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. But again, we have to make sure we protect our assets. Show up today. Show up today, please. I invite you, Richie, please. Let's create you a blueprint because you're not worried about being sued. I'm not worried about being sued because everything's protected. But I have my what? The estate we live in. We don't live in a house. We live in this estate. It's like fantasy land. Very simple. It was bought through a trust. Every car we have in the 21 car collection is a division. Okay? The LLCs, LLPs, and S Corps are here. And I have irrevocable trust. Okay? So guess what? All right? You've never been here before? Then you're here today. You have another TLL out there. Look it up. Oh, wow. Fantastic. So let's do this. Your first time? You're a first timer. Wow. Let's do this. Tap the screen 1,000 times, please, please, please. What are you going to do? If you have bad credit, you're going to download this for free and save yourself $50. It's winning the credit game. It's in the link tree. It's right there. It's right there. Download it. If you want to, for your kids in high school, maybe Richard wants this book too. All right, starting it right. It's for the kids. See, they didn't teach us how to play the game, and that's the sad thing. Now, I helped set up the rules and tools at TRW. They became a Spirit in 96, by the way. I was a consultant for TRW and basically helping Ken Yarborough. This gives you the rules and tools. It's a free download. If you don't do it now, it's about $25. Up to you. If we play the game today, if you don't have articles of corporation, they're free in the link tree too. It's right there. Get your free articles. Isn't that fun? So if we play the game, we get to play to win. That's the ultimate goal for all of us. So when I demonstrate in this book here that I'm dropping on the floor, every car in the 21 car collections is a division. I'm not dumb enough, and neither are you, to put it in anything else besides a division. It's been in trust. They sue the trust. See, the registered owner, you drive the car as a bullseye. So when they sue that trust, is basically they sue you. That sucks. So what happens? Oh, it's in a charitable trust. Then they sue the trust. See, if we put a car in a division, we're willing to sacrifice it. So you have to realize in business, no matter good or bad, because if you bump a car, there's a lawsuit. You must be a perfect driver. What do we do? Okay? So you got to have fun. So 21 cars in the car collection and division process. Each division, now write it down. If I have a management company, right way, not to structure. Well, I got LLC. I got Wyoming. That's crap. I don't like dumb. Sorry, I don't like dumb. But again, what do we structure? If we're not basically past $3 to $5 million, you need to incorporate in your own state. Anything else, forget it. If you want to talk about Nevada, I've sold 10 times Nevada Corp on planet Earth. You might want to pay attention to me about that too. I'm the largest registered agent in the world. I've sold 10 times corporations on anybody's planet. And I have 50 million people in division process through me. I have presidents of the United States of America. Okay? From there, I've sold 10 times corporations on this planet. The only thing you're willing to sacrifice, Richie and everyone else, and some of the silly stuff today, is a division. You should protect your family at all costs. God, family, money. You should have the foundation as a CFO personally. You should never bring the pain home in the first place. Simple. I did it at about 1,000 hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay! Maybe I'll hit that 40,000 a day. How am I doing so far in 12 weeks? Now, I got to get the office ready. That means if you want to keep asking questions and follow me, why don't I give you a tour of the office, okay? Now, a couple things that I do every morning, because people get here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I want you to tap the screen, help me, help me, help me, and I want you to think about 3 o'clock today, all of you, please challenge me. I'm bored as can be. I'll challenge you and have some fun. Richie's and everyone's like that, so let's understand. today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let's compare time right now. We have 4:42 in the morning, okay? 4:42. So what do we do? Whatever time zone you're in, look at your time zone, compare it to my time zone, okay? So I'm gonna basically walk around the office, get everything set up for the first team that comes in at 6 o'clock. But it's up to you as well if you want. So listen and learn. All right, so I'm trying not to drop this, okay? First thing is I light my candle. I like candles, this would be weird. I do some weird stuff, it makes sense to me. It might not make sense to you, but it's okay. What do we get to do today? Let's think. Today, we got to check the air, make sure it's not too hot or too cold. Has to be just right, because someone will complain, I'm too cold, I'm too hot, ay, 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 ay. I'm going to the next building. This building is the Reynolds University. It's a nonprofit, a 501c3 exemption. No way in blankety blank in hell would I ever put a car into a nonprofit, charitable, blah, blah, unless it's a donation car. And then if it's donated to the car, to the not 501c3, what do? You still have division process. Can you imagine when I set up Helping Hand Industries? You can look online, Secretary of State of California. I was 9.5. It cost me $10. I did Teach Our Children. When I did 2 corporations for Ronald Reagan, Nancy turned Teach Our Children to the DARE program, if you don't know that. From there, I also did the Orange County Blind Center. I have 2,100 pictures on walls. Here's some samples of one president alone, and Lakers and Clippers and Dodgers and Angels, okay? Here's our social media room. It's kind of fun. I hired a media team, and it's basically about 12, 13 weeks old. That's about it. You see, I've been on TikTok now for 12 weeks. I didn't know if I wanted to stay or like it, because 20% of it is a bunch of clowns going blah, 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 and they don't know what they're talking about. Grant puts people down, and that's wrong. Don't buy a house, he has houses. Gary, his favorite word is what? F word? What's he teach? Nothing. Foundation? No. He's just taking the kids and trying to get them to follow the bouncing ball. And most of them will be broke in 3 years anyway. That kind of sucks. Okay, there's my 1,000 likes. I love that. Thank you. You're worth it. Fantastic. So are you. Okay, let's have some fun. 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time today, we're going to basically go live again. We're going to, on this whiteboard here, I'm going to give you a demonstration of what's called a blueprint of success. Now, I own the rights of that for the last 45 years. One of my series and one of my books I put out there called The Millionaire's Founder's Kit, Blueprint of Success. We've had to basically go after Tony Robbins many times because he tries to use that, and I own the rights of that. Then Grant has his teacher says, all right, millionaire, blah, 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 blueprint of this. We're going to send him a letter 2 weeks ago. So I have problems people stealing my goodies. I don't like that. It sucks. So what do? Let's understand something. In the first series here, up here, it's basically probably backwards to Winning the Game of Business. On page 6, paragraph 3, it says, cash flow fee per time. I wrote that when I was 15. This came out at 16. Had to go after him too, Kiyosaki. That's why he had to file bankruptcy. Okay, understand. We're going to talk about fluctuation and stickies. We're going to give you the rules and tools. We're going to talk about lines of credit, checkbook money. We're going to talk about the 6 cards that Chase gives away in cards with no interest rate, $350,000. We're going to then from there go after American Express, and I show my wife's cards on purpose because there's always something down. Do you really have the cards? Ay, 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 ay. So they're $100,000 paid over time limit. American Express is going to offer you 99 more. How about we get 9? Is that okay? That can create $1 million of credit foundation for your organization, so it has a division for Bitcoin. It has a division for crypto. It has a division for stock trading. Buy some gold, buy some silver, whatever you want. How about auto income process? You see, all my life I've been into racing, to be honest with you too, having fun, and they're sponsored. I like driving the race cars. Only number 8. See, I was born on the 8th. 8 and 0 are infinity beyond perfect numbers. You ought to see the race boats. How about the race motorcycle? So I've been playing this game since I was a kid, having fun. So this is our social media room, and this is basically Reynolds University. That's why we give books download for free, because it's nonprofit. Free, free, free. See, that basically validates the nonprofit status of a 501c3, by the way. Helping people for real. What a concept. Now I got to carry this and try to carry the donuts without dropping the donuts. I went to the donut store this morning at 2 o'clock in the morning for the employees. I do it all the time on Fridays. Because guess what? They're worth it. We have the 20% employees. Peekaboo. These things say they say RR for Ray Reynolds. Okay, that must be me. Now we're going in the call center, okay? On the call center, you're gonna see something on the wall that says, make a friend, make a buck. Every employee has been told, get to know somebody before you offer anything. See, it's like, how much does it cost? Someone who asks about money first, there's a problem, okay? How about it's free until you basically wanna do something with me? If you don't wanna do anything, don't do anything. It's simple. Do it or don't, or go away. See, I don't need money, all right? Maybe you don't get that yet. I created my first $1 billion at 21. 2.6 billion, 26, okay? I don't do what I do for you. I do it because I promised to God. I've been in 2 comas, okay? When I got shot in the shoulder, I had to crawl on my belly. I just wanted to pray to God to see my daughters again. So again, like someone said, you know, they should read the story about Ray Reynolds survived. So I've been through hell and back, and guess what? I'm still helping people. What a concept. So what do you get to do? You get to play the game. So if you want to learn and listen, it's very simple. You tap the screen, you get the free downloads today. And what do? 3 o'clock, you show up on Pacific Standard Time. All right, very, very simple. I've been shot 3 times, no fun. Shoulder, knee, and then the back by assault shotgun as a kid. Now it says winning the game of business. No, it says make a friend, make a buck. Listen, pay attention. What happens is very simple, okay? All right, make a friend. Let's get to know somebody first. You see, when your government uses and abuses you when you're 14 and a half years old and tests you for TWIC or junior high and put you in a government program when you're 14 and a half at Owens Coast College, they don't give a crap about you, okay? When they leave you to die, they don't care about you either. This is my opinion. I'm known as unclassified. Simple. Sucks. So the bottom line is you get to play my way if you want to, but we're gonna play. I like creating millions and billions. Would you like to join me? But it's gonna be up to you. We gotta go over here. We have a vending machine for our employees because we have to spoil them too. Like I said, 20% of them are great. We had to get rid of the 80% because the 80% usually suck. I'm sorry, you hire people, you have to rotate and get to the good ones because it takes a while. And what happens? I'm just lighting the candle in the ladies' restroom. So what happens is today, if you go to the live, 3 o'clock, I'm gonna teach you how to repackage your life if you want to. And I'll change your life, I'll guarantee that. If you do if you do what you're told, within a year, you have $100,000 monthly income to the corporation. Okay? Then you're gonna design your paycheck my way, because your way sucks. Sorry. See, your paycheck should equal your write-off base, okay? You can actually learn to do tax balancing. Don't worry, I have a class on that too. This candle's not lighting yet. I'm in the men's bathroom. I'm gonna light the candle. There you go, finally, stubborn candle. So, my goal in life is to basically make a difference in the world, not just for you. That's what I've done all my life to help people. So the main thing today, so you tap the screen, get some free goodies, find out I'm real, I'm out there 50 years, twice a day. Find somebody twice a day, 6 days a week, 6 classes on Saturdays, been helping people. It doesn't exist besides me. This is our vice president's office. His name is Santos. He helps line up the franchises to people who put escrows in. We've lined up $5 billion of escrows this year, 5 billion with a B. So that means when I lined up my clients and I build them up and away in a coaching program, I put them into a franchise. But it's ran by a third party. I don't want you working at the laundromat or dry cleaners like my clients say, you need one of these. I wrote the original books 47 years ago. But the book says, buy a laundromat, a car wash, and ran by third party. It didn't say, all right, work at the damn place. That makes no damn sense. I don't understand what I call dumb, sorry. I think you should have an auto income. I think you should have $100,000 a month coming to the corporation automatically through a division process. And I think you should design your paycheck to be your write-off base. See, most of you, if I said if you want to be rich, you're going to raise your hands. And I'm going to say that's the dumbest thing I ever saw in my life. Dumb. I don't want you to be rich. Ever, 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 ever. I'm not rich, okay? Corporations might be rich, but I'm not rich. I'm not dumb enough to have anything in my name. That's just me. See, I had a problem as a kid being used and abused. It sucked, I didn't like it. I didn't like Mrs. Hope used and abused me all the time, called me a piece of what. But I learned something a long time ago. See, I was selling seasoned clackers in Mon Yards on the weekend. I came home. I'm counting my 52 bucks. Whee! I'm happy. The devil's wife grabs my money, says, you're paying rent. Son of a biscuit. I was 8.5 years old. I've been to hell and back so many times, it's ridiculous. But faith and persistence gets me through that pain every day. Every day, every day, every day. Pain. I use my past to piss me off to motivate me. So she stole my money. What am I gonna do? Library, I-bonds, savings bonds, E-bonds, simple. Protect the money. My original series, thank you. 1976. You not get this yet? 76. 76, all is good. No, it's always good. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I've said since I was a kid. And they go, how you doing, little boy? Always good. They leave me alone. Oh, they didn't leave me alone. I went to the library. They used to say, you were hiding at the library. Winning the game of business, 1976, I was 16. Got $1 million in the bank, driving a Quintas Lamborghini part-time at West Coast College. Hell, why not? I built my first $1 billion structure when I was 21. Why didn't you? What's wrong with you? These don't work? I don't get this. You can change your life today if you wanted to. But you're so busy being right, you're wrong. All right, everything you do today, I'm going to say I don't like it. I'd like to repackage it my way because I think your way sucks. Sorry. I think it sucks. That's just what happens. What does that mean? Today, you restructure your family. You look at your house. Or is it in a trust, irrevocable trust? Did you homestead it first? See, there's the thing. You look at family, husband and wife. They sue her, they sue you, they sue him, they sue you. It's like, okay, we got to protect ourselves. The biggest mistake people make is when they see a contract, they see the word and, they accept it. Husband and wife, hell no. You cross that sucker off that contract, you write initials, right then you put the word or. The number one problem in probate is because people didn't use the word or. You don't understand. The house, good, okay, income, offset the taxes, no problem. But the car you drive today, husband and wife, it's registered to you. It's called dumb. You also have your home address on your registration, insurance, or driver's license. It's called triple dum-dum. The car should be changed to a division of a corporation because unfortunately we have all these bloodsuckers who want to sue people today. It breaks my heart. I don't like the fact that they want to hurt people. I thought it was called We the People as I read it as a kid, We the People. So what do? We repackage you as a CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Your credit, you look at that and you put it damn sticky. We dummy proof this. We have to because we're a bunch of dummies sometimes. We do dumb. We all do. Then we look at the cards that don't fluctuate. These right here. See, you're good people, most of you. And I give that to you. Bad things happen to good people all the time. If we looked at our credit today, and you let me personally analyze it, I could change your life right away, knowing exactly what's right or wrong. But again, I'd say rapid rescore for everybody. When I was consulting Kenya over Harold Stokes back in the 70s, and then escrows had problems. You see, the buyer's the liar, so is the agent, so is the broker, so is the contractor. They're all full of crap, as far as I'm concerned. They had a problem. The problem is, number one, they needed more money for the down payment. It's called gifted money. We created that. The next thing is people would say, you got to pay this down, pay this down, because I can get you a better interest rate. Why didn't they just tell them the truth? The 29% rule. Simple. They didn't do that. Credit bureaus were started, TOW, inquiry-based, and reporting. You jacked up the wrong damn card, you're a good person. Why? You didn't know any better. I'll give you that. You panicked. The bad day, bad week, bad year, you lost your job. These don't fluctuate. Write it down. See, someone says, what's in it for you? I get to help people. Do you understand how good it is to help people when you've been through shit and hell like I have? Hell. So if you set up the right way, it's very simple. I'm all about protecting the family. I didn't have one as a kid. I had to give myself permission to get married. Because I didn't like living in hell as a kid, abused and abused. But I said to myself, as long as I can find a system or a way to protect my wife and my kids, there wasn't one, so I created one. I've written laws, accounting, all kinds of stuff over the last 50 years, helping people myself. Division process. So I created a system that gave myself permission to get married. My wife and I have been together for 20 years now. She's one. We're one. God, family, one. Family is one. God, family, money. I have 6 beautiful kids. I have 5 girls and a boy. I've been blessed. Which one of the books would you recommend? I would tell you to get the full Millionaires Founders Kit. I designed it for what it's for be. The Millionaires Founders Kit, I designed it, I wanted to call it Books for Dummies to answer your question. Books for Dummies. All right, but that was already taken. So I created in 2000, it's the year 2000, from winning the credit game, winning the game of business, I created basically something that's basically set up as a Millionaires Founders Kit. The Millionaires Founders Kit was designed so 12 books, 12 months. So this helps you design your system. In other words, for you, you get to have the ability for every month you learn something. You go through the process and the videos and everything else, and every month, what do you get to do? You get to basically restructure yourself. Okay? And I forgot, I dropped something on the ground. Okay. So, Millionaires Founders Kit. So what it is, and let's understand just the truth. All right, every Tuesday, every Wednesday at the Bonaventure, every Thursday Ontario, and Saturday in Long Beach. 32 years, all right, being the #1 consultant worldwide. I'm the 2nd largest advertiser during those 32 years in California. I created the Millionaires Founders Kit for one reason, is to have the 12 books and CDs so no one can screw it up. I want to call it Books for Dummies, that's how I wrote it. So here's a book for my foundation, credit bureaus, Dun & Bradstreet, goal setting, all the things. We sold it for $5,000 a set for 32 years. I became a consultant for Carlton Cheese, Dave Delgado, and rest all these people, a lot of the coaches. So I'm coaching the coaches. And that's how it worked. So the Millionaires Founders Kit was sold for $5,000. It's in the link tree today for about $500. It's up to you. There's a little scan thing you can do too. So if we did this correctly, you could actually get a copy of that and everything else and rebuild yourself if you want to do it yourself, or let me help you as well. The ultimate goal is to have this. I know it might be backwards, hopefully it's not, but it is. It's okay, take a picture and look in the mirror. Simple. So what do? Here's your organization. Here's your family. You're a CFO for your family, Chief Financial Officer. You're in charge. You're trying to protect the family. That means cars division, house is in trust, homestead trust, has to close homestead trust. We never buy a house joint, ever, husband and wife, ever. Because if you lose it, then you both have bad credit and you have an IRS problem. 1099-C. Car, same way, by the way. Okay? So as we do. So what's the goal? If I have my organization, let's say you have an LLC today. There are 9 types of LLC. Which kind do you have? Okay, you own a house. So when they sue the house gets sued, slip and fall, they sue you. You're the only voice for the corporation, LLC. But again, someone says it's a corporate limited company. It's a corporation, damn it. Then the C Corp, the S Corp, the LLP, the nonprofit, the PC. The Supreme Court said these are 6 categories. 6 categories. So if we have these entities I just mentioned, it's online, Secretary of State's website. Thank you for dropping the gems. I appreciate that. I really do. So I just want to make a difference. You understand that? It's important to me. Really important. So if they sue those entities, they sue you. You're the only voice it has. So tell me how it's not going to sue you. They do all the time. Should we not protect our assets? I had a client years ago. It's not going to happen to me, and it does. Then they want to lose everything. It sucks. One lawsuit. If we had a division for Bitcoin, crypto, stock trading, okay, cyber, or crypto, or Bitcoin, all these pieces. How about auto income? When I wrote the original book about payphones, I owned 22,000 of those suckers. I wrote the book. That was 6.6 million a month. I wrote the book on laundromats and car washes because I was doing that too, but I don't run them. I have a management company. I didn't say go work there. That makes no sense. When I bought my first Jack in the Box, I was 19. It's ran by a management company. You drove by the Wendy's the other day. You drove by one. You know you did. They're everywhere. But the problem is you didn't look. You drove by. You didn't look. It's ran by a management company. There's no owner there. Why don't you own part of it or the whole damn thing? That's what I help my clients, even buy McDonald's. I have a group of family members. They have 16 million a month. They own a bunch of McDonald's. They live in Beverly Hills and Brentwood. So you might want to listen and learn and play the same game if you want to. Auto income is what you should focus on, auto income. Get the free downloads. Get the goodies. Find out if I change your life. The only thing I want you to do is promise to tell the world about Ray Reynolds before I die again. Okay? I want to make a difference. That's my biggest thing. If you DM, all right, and look in the link tree if you want, today you can have a free mouse pad. We'll send it to you. I'll pay for the shipping, handling, and the mouse pad. Simple. It's free. Free. I want to change lives. Maybe you don't get that. The goal for me was to help people. Okay? God saved my life so many times. Understand something. Okay? I'm in the 6th grade. Okay? And God has saved my life so many times, it's ridiculous. I worked for TG&Y on Torrance Boulevard. Okay? Lucky the teacher asked me to help her that day. I stayed after school. Sewing cane tied everybody and cut all their throats. They killed them all. They killed everybody. God rest their soul. Simple. Look, it's online. You can't miss it. It was in 1968. I was 8 years old. It sucks. If God didn't save me that day, I'd be dead today. So I'm going to say God, family, money. Then I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to show you what God blessed me with 21 cars in the car collection. Not my cars. Division process. I'm not dumb enough to put a car in my name. You're not dumb. You just do dumb. Sorry to say, but it's true. Then the bottom line is very simple. You can get Winning the Credit Game. It's a free download. Save yourself $50. No problem. When I trained in Yarborough in the 80s and 70s, late 70s and 80s, TRW became a Sperry in 96. Ken and I wrote a book called New File because we've also helped witness protection back then as well. So what happens? I didn't like it. I felt he wanted to lie. There's me in the highest kick on planet Earth, 13 feet. 2 feet up in the air, kick in the air. 13 feet. Fastest, highest kick in 81. One of the cars in the 21 car collections, one of the mansions, one of the yachts. Why not? So I didn't like the book, so I put it on the shelf. From there, I liked the fact, prove it or remove it. Winning the Credit Game. Link is under the link tree. Yes, says, Jay, thank you, help people. It's right there, it's right there. Okay, well, that's not Jay, it's Heart Health Span. Went past, sorry if I missed that. Okay? So, if I can help you and your kids, is that okay? Is it really okay for you to get starting it right? I mean, it's a free download. It's $25 if you buy it somewhere else. It's simple, free. This gives you the rules and tools you're missing. Literally, it's simple. I wanted to dummy proof it, and that's what it is. For your high school and college kids, just get the free download. And then read it while you got it, because you need it. So when you share the live and find out Ray Reynolds is not full of crap, what do you get to do? See, the problem with most of you, you're afraid to spend money. You're afraid to invest in something. Why? The problem is you're afraid because you've been ripped off by friends and family. Divisions are in the Millionaires Founders Kit. I'll be teaching this afternoon and also tomorrow too. See, today, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I'd like you to spend an hour and a half with me and invite everybody you know. That's what I'd like you to do. Help me help you. I'm going to basically spend an hour and a half showing you what's called a blueprint and success. Give you an example of that. I want you to have your personal cards in front of you with the sticky tabs. I want you to have a tab in front of you because I'm going to dummy proof this for you. I don't want you to do things wrong. I feel responsible. One of my college professors said, you feel responsible, Ray, because you set up the credit system. You didn't give them a line of defense. I try to give everybody a line of defense. They don't fluctuate. They don't what? Fluctuate. Your corporation or business, checkbook money. What do? We get one of these for 7 or 9 divisions. We get $1 million of credit right away. Why not? We take the Chase personal cards, Freedom and Sapphire. There's no interest rate up to 22 months. We take the Chase Inks, 6 of them, and get $350,000. Then we do it per each division. Your problem is you didn't build the structure and the finance to get the dream. That's your problem. Structure builds finance and dream. That's what it does. It always has, it always will. Structure builds finance and dream. If we play my way, you get to win. I'm sorry, I don't like your way. I don't like your way because someone taught you how to play. You've been doing your best. It's amateur hour. Yes, 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Please compare my time. It's 5:07 in the morning, okay? So what time zone are you in so you're on time? All right, as we get that set up, have a tab and a pen ready. Have your sticky tabs with you. have your personal cards, and let's lay it out for you. What I want to do is help you. I'd love to help you get past go if you like, but it's going to be up to you because I think you're stuck. I think you're doing great, but I think you're stuck. I think being stuck sucks. That's just my opinion. So what happens with my clients is I help them get through the process. I'm a firm believer in auto income, by the way. Auto income is very simple. That means you own a piece of something. All right, maybe you own a piece of a Jack in the Box or McDonald's, a storage unit, a laundromat, a car wash. The goal is very simple. If we do it my way, we don't bring the pain home. I didn't have a home as a kid. I got used and abused and got to eat out of a damn trash can. It pissed me off. Knowing that my mother put me in a trash can outside Guardian Hospital, born in a taxi, that pissed me off too. I wanted to prove her wrong by throwing me away. Simple. I got to billionaire too. Simple. I like billionaire status, but it's not me. I don't want to be a billionaire, ever, ever, ever. But I control millions and billions. I'm a puppet master. Yes. You're 12 your time, your Eastern time, that's 3 hours of difference. In Central's too. If you listen, here's the goal, what we're going to try to get you to do. I'm going to line up checkbook money for you. I'm going to offer you an opportunity to get into an escrow. I'll line it up. I administrate the escrows. Done this since 1987. If you're in a coaching program for about $4,000, I give you $50,000 of credit. I expect you to use $25,000 into the escrow. When you close escrow, all the bills are paid. Your leftover is $34.20. You're not rich. I don't want you to be rich. Do it 10 more times. If you spend $8,000, you're going to do $100,000. And now you're $7,500 a month. See, I want you to own 25% of a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, a laundromat, car wash, or something. If you're missing pieces, I got your pieces. My clients say, I don't have the bank account where it has average balance. They ask for your average balance. All right, I don't have this, blah, 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 sorry. Here's my petty cash account, ladies and gentlemen. This is for January. Here's 287. Here's 66,000. Simple. I show petty cash accounts with an average of $500,000 a month. So if you don't have the verification, they want to talk to me, you elect me as your CFO. I'll be your attorney in fact, okay? It gives me power to talk to your bank. They'll talk to me to verify the truth. And they'll get you the line of credit up to $150. American Express, they're $250, called Blueprint Loan. They named it after me, by the way, if you don't know that. Okay, it's very simple. So the American Express, we're gonna get $1 million of credit. I've been affiliate for over basically, all right, simple, for about 34 years so far. I'm at 36 now. So I can help you line up credit and everything else on my dashboard, but it's up to you as well. We get to play the game, we get to win. I want to win the game. I want to make a difference in this world. I want to basically help people. I've done it all my life, and that's what happens. I made a promise. My promise, if I got out of the coma, first one, all right, I'd help people the rest of my life. My first coma as a kid, I hit the curb at 42 miles an hour in my face. Delane Street, Torrance. I've been keeping my promise. I keep my promise. It is God, it is family, it is money. That's how it works. So today, tap the screen, get all your free downloads, and that's good. Show up today at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And if you want, after today, why don't you spend the day with me tomorrow? We call it Spend the Day with Ray. Whole day. Let me repackage your whole life. There's 6 live events, actually 6 live events tomorrow, Saturday too. There's one that's paid you won't be invited to, but that's okay. All right, if you're in coaching, you would be. It's one of the days you change one card into $1 million. Simple. We played the game to win. It's up to you. So tap the screen, share the live and all the goodies. Help me help you. I want to get to 40,000 followers. I'm at 37 something right now. And we just play the game to win. Now, again, hopefully see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let's remember one thing. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget the end of the day. God loves us all.